Let's play! Whoa!
My game didn't appear for a second, but there it is now. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another stream of The Great Ace Attorney, where I'm joined with the ever-talented...
Hi, me, Skinny Mini.
There you go, there you go. Professional, not so much, but you know, there it's okay.
I hate you so much.
Well, but welcome everybody to the stream. We're gonna be continuing case 2, and I believe it's gonna be the third part in the investigation. And we just gotta take things from there. So let's get going.
Sweet.
Investigation 3.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Hello? What? Hello? Oh, there we go. It like froze for a second. I'm like, stop!
Please don't. Alright.
Not
I am where it says Nicomino's cabin. Is that where you're at?
Yes, and then I just pressed it.
Bloop. The door had somehow been bolted shut during the ship's emergency maneuvers. Sasato drew in a deep breath and wordlessly unbolted the latch. Hatch, latch, same thing. Not really.
Oh, good. Filthy rats! What are you doing in Nicomina's cabin?
It appears that both of you are unharmed. Yes, we are. What exactly just happened? I heard something from the speaking tube about ships colliding. That appears to have been a misunderstanding. Misunderstanding? An emergency warning was indeed sounded throughout the entire ship. However, the ship merely made a temporary stop due to low visibility caused by the sea's fog.
Ship is miss. Passengers going crazy, and captain is red with fury.
At the moment, only the first class area remains calm.
I see.
If a false alarm rang out, then there had to have been someone who pushed the button.
Ooh.
You dog shady intruder!
Yes? Oh, man, she really she really put her all into that shriek.
You open trunk without asking.
Huh? Oh, no, it wasn't us.
That's right. The trunk was already open when we came back in. Mr. Detective,
Yes?
arrest this man. I am knowing everything. This man is murderer too, yes?
Damn it, Nicomina.
Exactly. Exactly, and stowaway too.
That didn't sound right at all.
Hurry, arrest him for trespassing. Murder, stowaway, trespasser. No end to your trouble, is there?
I really can't excuse myself from this one.
And also, pardon me of my supposed Russian accent. I really don't know how to do it. I'm working on my accents, so forgive me if I'm butchering it.
I mean, if they can put up with my terrible British accent, they can put up with any accent anyone gives, period, so...
Your British accent's not that bad.
Not that bad.
But, well, just like mine. Mine's terrible, but, you know.
Oh,
whatever.
no, it's not. It's a lot. I can't do accents, period. Let's agree to disagree. Oh,
Alright,
wait,
fine.
hold on a minute. We're dropping frames again.
Dang it.
Today's just a crappy day for frames.
It's Thursday. It's the day before Friday. So, you know, Thursday's gotta be all complicated and stuff.
When they compare days to Mario characters, is Tuesday or Thursday Toad? Because
I think Thursday's Toad. Because he's always trying... He's always trying to be the life of the party. He's like, hey, it's Thursday! What are we gonna do?
That's actually a pretty good Toad voice. I mean, you know what happened when I tried doing it. It was like just terrible.
It's great. So great.
I'm still dropping frames. Like, today's just been very... 'Cause it's been all over the place.
Yeah, what the heck, man? This music though.
I don't understand why it even happens when anytime any other game I stream any other time is completely fine. Here, oh well, we're good now.
Okay, is that me?
Yeah, ship has isolation or solitary cell.
Okay. Ship has solitary cell. You go in isolation now. You'd arrive at Hong Kong tomorrow. Then you'd arrive in police custody.
Isolation?
Detective Hosonaga, is there anything we can do?
We are on a Russian ship. I have no authority as an officer of the law here.
Oh, shoot.
While I convinced the captain to be lenient before, I feel that that will no longer be possible.
No.
I gotta find a way to get out of this pinch. And quickly at that.
Do we talk to? We can't.
We'll talk to who now?
Do we need to talk to Nico Mina?
I guess. I mean, we can also examine the room, but I don't think that's gonna matter much. Maybe.
Yeah.
Let's try talking to Nikomina.
Okay.
Excuse me, Nikomina.
Get out.
Look, I'm sorry for entering your cabin without permission, but
And do not be coming back again.
you see, we just wanted to investigate the murder case.
Oh. That word.
Russian.
Russian. Gosh, where's Stetson? He knows.
Ugh. Looks like I won't be able to ask her anything. But that doesn't matter. I need to find someone who can get me out of this. Sailor Man?
Stroganoff? He's not gonna help us, but sure.
Well, I'm gonna talk to him anyway.
Okay.
Please, just give me a little more time.
Do not be stupid. The only thing I give you is trip to the brig.
So annoying. Don't talk so big just because you happen to be big. But I'm not guilty of anything. I'm not a murderer.
Then you are guilty of stowaway and trespassing.
Well, you know, people play many roles in life.
Hey, it is time to go. Your cell is ready for you.
They must be here somewhere. I need to find a savior, someone who can rescue me from this terrible crisis. You know, hold on, I'm gonna look to the right. If I see Holmes...
Son of a...
What are you doing? Humping the freaking wall? I mean, what are you doing?
Oh, God.
Like, it's like, wait a minute. I was like, if these guys are gonna help, let me just shift my focus to the left. Alright. Alright, Holmes. What are you doing, buddy?
Wait, please, can you... This future editing, can you please, like, zoom in? Zoom in on, Holmes.
If I can do so, then so be it. But, dear
Please,
God.
future Pharaoh.
My God, let's talk to his dumbass. What? What are you doing over there? I'm done. Like, I don't know what to do with this guy anymore. Thank God his music is so damn kick-ass, but... Wait, Mr. Sherlock Holmes? Oh, you know, I want to feel the weight of 20,000 rubles on my head. For you see, a detective must be able to comprehend anything and everything. I swear there was no shenanigans afoot. Indeed, I would never steal from anyone. You know, putting that aside, why were you hanging from a clothes hook on the wall? Ah, that. I simply want to experience the profundity of being 20,000 rubles. And to crush that cheeky hook, poking its head out of the wall with a snap. You know, it's no use. I honestly can't figure out what in the world he's talking about. Are you that self-proclaimed great detective? Hello, good detective. I've been looking for all of you, actually. I wish to report some information, if you would be so kind as to allow it. I must not be a great detective, as I have no desire to hang from that wall hook.
So, so what is it? What is this information?
When it comes to a great detective's report, there can only be one subject to discuss. Namely, regarding the mysterious murder that occurred on the SS Eclair last night. I have just completely solved it. Ladies and gentlemen, here is my report.
Oh, we about to do the thingy?
Lots of dancing, lots of twirling. What?
What did you say? What the
I've brought this matter to its conclusion. Watch your mouth. There should be no other possibilities. Watch your profanity. Oh, I'm dropping frames again. What the hell? Today's a really crappy day for frames. Let me check to see. It's very sporadic. Like, according to
What's happening?
the history, the bitrate. I don't know. I haven't changed anything. It's just like, screw you. Here's more frame drops. I don't know what else I can do to get this to be stable. I mean, I'm obviously on a wired connection. Any other game I play is fine. It must be just the amount of things I'm doing. Oh well. It's okay now, though.
Okay, let me see if Twitch support is saying anything real quick.
I highly doubt it. It looks like it's just me.
That don't make sense.
Oh no, Shabrisu, like, I understand that the game may drop frames, but, like, it was me straight up dropping frames according to what OBS was saying. Unless you guys are not seeing it, then that's weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going crazy. I don't know. I shall now elucidate the matter for you. Words. Something only a great detective can do. A great detective's great deduction. Oh,
Yes.
we're gonna do some twirling.
Ha! So, what nonsense is this? We are already knowing identity of culprit. Is that stored away in handcuffs? No other possibility.
It wasn't me! Yet, there are no other individuals who could have carried out the murder. After all, the cabin was locked from within by the bolt on the latch. The culprit must have been inside the cabin. There's no other reasonable explanation.
This is just like the locked room murders that you see in detective novels, isn't it?
She is right. The locked room thing.
Locked room?
They're right. These doors can't possibly be unbolted from the other side, but... I'm sorry to disappoint you all, but that cabin was not a perfect locked room.
Huh?
There is, in fact, one other entrance to the crime scene.
You gonna say the air duct?
It could be. I mean, I don't know what other entrance there could be. I mean, I want to say what the answer is already because of something that just happened, but
Yeah.
we have to follow the game's logic. So, that entrance was the one used by the culprits when the crime was committed. What is this other entrance you speak of? Even now, it lies open before your very eyes. The air duct! The air duct, you say?
You cannot be serious. You could not fit even an arm into a shaft as small as this one.
Well, at least not your giant arm. So you're saying the culprit entered the cabin through this tiny shaft? And who exactly would be capable of doing that? As it turns out, last night, the victim himself witnessed the culprit's appearance.
Ah.
Could you be referring to the contents of the journal we found on Kasuma's desk? 1 hour and 23 minutes after midnight, I heard a sound like a low whistle. 1 hour and 35 minutes after midnight, I saw a speckled band in the air duct.
Precisely. What could that speckled band possibly be, then? Well, the answer to that mystery is hiding somewhere in this very room.
Oh!
Mr. Holmes? Worry not. All will be well. There may be a bit of a ruckus, though. Feast your eyes as I unveil something truly mystifying, yet intriguing. There! That's... I don't know who said that.
I knew it! I knew it!
Yeah. I think that makes sense.
I knew that the stripes on his face. I was like, it has to be the speckled band, isn't it?
Well, actually, I didn't actually put two and two together regarding the stripes leading to that, although I guess that does make sense, now, doesn't it?
Because I was like, he's been helping her in her room, and so, of course, there's the snake, and then I was like, the stripes look weirdly spiral. It's not a sunburn. I was like, it has to be the snake.
Well, there you go.
Yes. Cross that off my list. Check. Here, you can hear me crossing off. Not sure if they heard that.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me the pleasure of introducing the true identity of the fearsome speckled band. That's a snake, isn't it? Just so. Mr. Holmes, may I ask a question? Well, yes, please, by all means. You know, I'm not sure if you noticed, but I really don't think speckled describes that snake. No matter how I look at it, it's more striped than anything else.
Yes, that does seem more accurate. It's more of a striped band.
Quite a clever observation. However, what if I were to tell you that this very fact is part of the culprit's devious trap?
What? You're saying it's a trap?
And what kind of trap would that be? Allow me to elucidate. The time has come to reveal my findings. Do you understand the possible implications of what I'm about to say, Miss Nikomina?
The Japanese man died. Very sad, but that is all. I am knowing nothing. Nothing at all.
Just like last time, I have come to two conclusions. First of all, last night your friend slithered into the victim's cabin. And secondly, your friend took the victim's life.
No.
Nicomina's turning pale. It looks like the two conclusions have hit the mark again. So this young lady's friend was the one who took Asogi's life? I mean, the snake's got him in a vice grip. He can't even speak. A good sailor, I suggest that you remain absolutely still. You are right to it. If you were to enrage the snake and suffer a bite, it would not end well for you. Now, everyone, shall we begin? Come, one and all, to Sherlock Holmes' Theater of Logic and Reason. Spotlight, please. It's a foot. It's also a hand. Might be a leg, I'm not really sure.
Oh, Lord.
The intruder.
Oh.
Miss Nikomina, you said this yourself. I am knowing nothing. Nothing at all. However, you are unable to lie to yourself.
Oh.
Indubitably, it's only natural to feel pain in your heart upon recalling the events. That very same pain is the evidence of your relation to the victim's death. But, who entered the scene that night, you ask? That would be the friend you carried on board this ship, wouldn't it? No surprise there. Your line of sight shifted this time as well. Naturally, your friend is at stake. Is a snake. Is that snake? Lordy lord. Uh-oh. See, now you guys are seeing the frame drops. I don't understand. You guys weren't seeing it before, now you guys do. But it's fine now. So sorry, guys. Naturally, your friend is that snake.
I want you going to places, especially right now. I don't know. I'll text you something, I guess. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Oh, I'm live.
Yeah.
Oops, well, you guys heard me talking to my sister about Taco Bell.
I was like,
Oops.
I should have said something. I'd be like, "Did you? Got me?"
No, it's okay. I really don't mind. Guys, this is what happens when I do my LPs live. I have no control over that.
I was like, he didn't even mute or say, "I'll be right back."
Like, because it just happened, so it's like, whoops.
That's funny. I don't think they heard anything. Oh, Augie's here. Oh, sorry, that's right.
Oh, what's up, Augie? It's okay, because like right now we're like trying to catch up with things. But everybody, welcome once again to the stream. Hope you're all doing well. Augie, nice to see you again, buddy. Excuse me.
Are the frames still dropping, guys?
No, it's fine now. Like anytime the
Okay.
frames drop, it's gonna happen for like 10 or 15 seconds, and then it's fine the rest of the time.
Okay.
So there's that. Is there anything good at Taco Bell before I get going here? I can't really think of anything good there.
Yeah.
I hope Taco Bell isn't listening to the stream.
I haven't had Taco Bell in a long time.
Me neither. It's just not my thing.
The chicken quesarito is what Augie says.
I don't know. Maybe. Quesarito.
I need to stop drinking water before we record. I'll be right back.
No, take your time.
Impromptu break.
Because now we're getting into the. Now we're just getting into the freaking Taco Bell discussion.
Yeah, I'll be back.
The frame drops are normal, get used to it. No, well, Shabri, so I understand what you mean, but like, this is more so, like, if it's like stopping like that, it's more so on my side from OBS. So, but I understand, like, there could be frame drops normally too, but I gotta do what I can. It is absolutely delicious and equally bad for you. It's a quesadilla wrapped around a cantina burrito. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna get a quesarito. I'm going now. I'm texting now. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Where's my sister's phone number? How do you spell quesarito?
He was looking at us like, and then we started laughing. The way he's like, are you playing game? I'm playing. It's the new message game, but it's like it's like okay. We're in the middle of the cave.
There we go.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
My roommate is here. She's just watching.
Hi, Angie.
He said hi, Angie. Mina. Hi. She said, oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
You want to get on the bed? Here, just use the towel. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, she just doesn't like being at Augie. That's the thing there.
Angie Yonaga? No. It's my roommate. She's so cute.
Okay. Crap, where the hell were we?
In the middle of the reasoning. Wait. Can you
What?
hear him if I do this? A little bit. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. No, Microsoft. I don't care, Microsoft.
Oh.
That may work. I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to fix my move.
It's okay. This got derailed like a little while ago. It's okay.
All right.
Yes, I can hear.
Okay, she can hear you now.
Awesome. Good to go?
Yep, good to go. Sorry.
All right. However, if that were the case, one problem presents itself. It was a speckled band that was witnessed by the victim last night. And yet, unfortunately, no matter how you look at it, you cannot call the snake a speckled band. So then, what did the victim see last night?
Oh.
Do not look. I am knowing nothing about this too.
Indubitably, the answer to that question is what you've just tried to hide.
Oh.
What the Thus, it is that snake skin without a doubt. Indubitably, after the incident, your friend shed its skin. Isn't that right?
What are you talking about?
Last night, the snake, covered in speckles, sneaked through that entrance over there. Guided by that call bell, it slowly slithered down into the room. In the dim light, the victim saw it as a speckled band. Therefore, the identity of your friend who sneaked onto the scene is a most unusual snake, capable of changing its appearance by shedding. I wonder if such a snake exists within the realms of India.
He's on the right track, but he's not right.
That's Sherlock for you. Next, let's get into the core matter of this death. How and why was the victim's life robbed from him? From the information I have, the corpse did not show a single trace of external injury.
Oh.
Indubitably, the truth behind the victim's death lies in this deadly poison. And so, if that is indeed the truth, it is possible that the crime scene that still contains hints about the murder.
You lie.
Indubitably! Examining the corpse will let us prove that cause of death. There should be a small, near invisible trace of a poisonous fang on the victim's body. The trace of your friend, the terrible venomous snake's bite.
What are you talking about?
Miss Nikomina, it is pointless to feign ignorance. After the incident, you made sure to hide everything, correct? Indubitably. Your line of sight leads straight to the location of concealment. The evidence of this terrible murder is hidden within your trunk. When we first entered the cabin, that trunk moved. The murder weapon, the snake, happened to rattle about at that moment, correct?
No.
By the way, the victim had heard a soft sound akin to a whistle before the incident. That is the signal you blew in order to manipulate your snake.
Manipulate.
You let your snake loose. What the? Okay. You
Hear
let
that
your
whistle?
yeah.
I was like, what the?
You let your snake loose into an air duct and called it back after a set period of time. It was unknown to you if the bite landed, so you decided to investigate the room. If the victim was still alive, you planned to just send out the snake again. And this, I'd imagine, is just what the snake was trained to do.
You're not wrong.
Guided by the call bell from the entrance, it took one bite from its venomous fang. That venom ran throughout the victim's body, snuffing out his life's ember, all for eternity. That is precisely the true identity of the speckled band which robbed the victim's life. I can only hope that my deduction is incorrect. It is. Straight up.
Venomous snakebite.
And there you have it. The great deductions of Sherlock Holmes has been revealed. Miss Nicomina had been training the snake to be used as a weapon. Over there is a milk saucer. I surmise milk was the treat used to assist with the training. Wow! This time the mystery is solved for sure! Good heavens, that was a brilliant great deduction. This truly is a great detective Sherlock Holmes. Oh, please. This is but the first step. It certainly helped to at least stave off my boredom, however.
Excuse me. A moment, please, Mr. Holmes.
Yes, of course. Tell me what's on your mind.
There is one thing I'm just a smidge curious about regarding that deduction.
Ah, yes. Questions are certainly welcome. I'd be glad to answer them firmly and precisely.
Thank you. First, snakes are born from eggs, therefore they are classified as reptiles.
I see. You know your stuff.
Reptiles do not drink milk.
Huh?
The only animals that would willingly drink milk are mammals. I do not think that one could train a snake with milk.
Ah, yes. Then sure they should train it using a different treat. Milk is just an example. This problem is not important to the investigation.
Next, snakes do not have ears.
Huh?
Therefore, I do not think it would be possible to manipulate the creature with a whistle.
However, you know those stories. There's talk of snakes that twirl and dance to the flutes in the land of Arabia.
Sorry, got a text message.
No, you're good.
But the flute is... Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh god, I'm crossing my accents! But the flute is played to match the movements of the snake, not the other way around.
Is that so? But no arms, legs, or ears. Just how simple of a creature are you, snake? Please don't take out your frustration on the snake.
So, may I move on to my next point?
There's more?
A snake uses the scales on its stomach to move. It would be impossible for it to descend using something as flat as bell rope.
But why?
Getting mad at me won't change how reality is. Anyway, even if you send a snake through the air duct, it cannot return by itself. Therefore, no matter how you look at it, it would be very difficult for a snake to commit this crime.
How do we know if it's poisonous?
Oh, I feel a
Oh,
little Looks very
I don't.
dejected. Yeah, man, I probably won't feel bad later.
Now we've identified the issues. It's time to do it again, Naruhodo.
By do it, do you mean... Not now, everybody's watching!
Gross.
Yes, it's time to turn that deduction into a great deduction.
I should have expected it would come to this. Understood. Let's do this! That's just what I wanted to hear, Master Naruhodo. Yeah! Take a look at your hands this time as well. My hands, sir?
Yeah.
Again!
The handcuffs are gone.
Ugh! When did... And like before, there's no need to worry. You can have them back when we're finished.
God.
Trust me, I'm not very worried about it. Now, everyone, shall we begin? Come, one and all, the Sherlock Holmes Theater of Logic and Reason. And now, Naruhodo's reason. Review start. Hold it, Mr. Holmes. That's bullshit. I'm gonna say that every single time.
I know.
So,
said this yourself.
we're gonna skip this, or at least keep going until we're like, hey, wait a minute, that don't look right.
However, you're lie to yourself. Okay.
Indubitably, it's only natural to feel pain in your heart upon recalling the events. Huh? And Nikomina really does look like she's in a great deal of pain.
Yes, indeed. She appears to feel truly guilty about Kazuma's death.
But considering her obvious confusion at what Mr. Holmes was saying, there's most likely a different meaning to her facial expression.
Well then, let's make sure we thoroughly inspect Nikomina.
It's interesting that she's kind of looking at her wrist.
Yeah,
But I don't
I think I have a theory, but I don't want to say it out loud.
I can't really... Oh, I can go up.
I can't. I'm trying to get her hand, but the camera's not letting me.
Okay, it's...
Come on.
Wait. Ah, there we go.
Oh.
Oh,
Get it?
it's in the back of her left hand. Back of her left hand.
Oh.
You see it?
Nope. Oh, there it is.
Let's
Claw wound.
let's examine it first. Oh, well, that's you. Sorry.
Oh, look at this. This looks like it must hurt.
She must have gotten scratched by some small animal. Not only that, but it looks like it happened recently.
I don't recall seeing any kind of small animal around here.
Well, it's present.
Sir. Wow.
Indubitably, it's only natural to feel pain in your claw wound upon recalling the events. No doubt. From the looks of it, the wound is still fresh. Nikomina, could it be that your claw wound was inflicted last night?
I am regretting that man has died. And when I am regretting, this wound hurts.
That very same pain is the evidence of your relation to the victim's death. But who entered the scene that night, you ask? That would be the friend you carried on board this ship, wouldn't it? No surprise there, your line of sight shifted this time as well. Naturally, your friend is that snake. Regarding that claw wound, it must have been a wound caused by her friend, right? But snakes don't have claws, do they?
Right. To begin with, they do not even have any claw. They do not even have any hands for claws to grow from.
Well, if that's the case, just what could the true identity of her friend be?
If we look towards near where no Nico, dang it, I can't even do it badly.
On purpose.
Oh, jeez. If we look towards where Nikomina unconsciously directed her gaze, I'm sure that's where we'll find the answer.
All right.
Suit is so tiny on him.
Oh, I think I see something already.
I can't.
Now it sucks we can't zoom in,
Yeah.
but
Why? Oh.
I do see one thing I want to take a look at.
Where?
Do you see it? That looks so like something very intriguing to look at.
Where in the front of his face?
Oh, no, I'm not even looking at his face. I'm talking about on the table.
Oh, the picture frame.
Let's examine it. Oh, that's actually pretty damn adorable.
This is so cute. Okay, so that makes sense. And I think... Oh, that's what that bell is.
Like, I can't even, like, I'm not even a big a cat person, but that's an anime. That's a cute-ass anime-ass cat.
Yes, that's adorable. Okay, I think I know what happened. Okay, sorry. I'll talk about it later.
This is a photograph. It must be something Nikomina brought on board with her.
Nikomina truly is quite beautiful.
That's definitely true, but if you ask me, I'm more interested in this little black one over here. Yeah, okay, listen. I'm not gonna never mind. I should take a closer look at this photograph. It might make me laugh. Okay, let's...
Examine the kitty.
Yeah. This must be a cat that Nikomina's embracing right here.
It is certainly an adorable kitten. It could even give you a good run for your money in terms of blackness.
Sorry. You know what? I really want to make a joke, but I really shouldn't at the same time.
Yes.
That's where I'm at right now.
Please don't.
A black kitten, huh? From what I can see, it appears to be quite fond of Nikomina. Let's present the kitten.
Hey, kitten.
Naturally, your friend is that kitten. That's not the right accent. Naturally, your friend is that kitten. Right. One look at that claw wound and it becomes painfully clear. A black kitten. I don't know where it is right now, but you brought it along as you sought asylum, correct?
Black.
Oh my god! I did.
Blackie is my friend. Cannot leave behind.
So the kitten's name is Blackie. However, if that was the case, one problem presents itself.
Could name it darkness or night.
Oh my god, I can't do this.
Hell, you could have called him Batman. Like, come on.
Yeah, we shouldn't call him Wesley Snipes.
Oh god. That man is black though.
I mean, he dark. Oh my god. All right. It was
okay?
I'm good. It was a speckled bat that the victim witnessed last night. However, no matter how you look at it, this kitten looks nothing like a speckled bat.
No. But its collar thing does.
So then, what did the victim see last night?
Do not look. I am knowing nothing about these two.
Indubitably. The answer to that question is what you've just tried to hide. Thus, it is that snake skin, without a doubt.
Nikomina. She took out what was in her pocket and hid it behind her back without thinking.
If she had kept it in her pocket, she would have gotten away with it.
I would expect no less from Mr. Holmes' forte. Bluffs.
Shouldn't a great detective's forte be his deductions?
At any rate, it is difficult to believe that it would be a cast-off snake skin.
Then what on earth could it be? What is Nikomina trying to hide?
It's like a scarf thing.
That's what I'm thinking.
Come on, hello? No, go down. What the frick? Why? There we go. Oh, wait, what?
What is that, though?
Examine?
Examine the snake skin?
Yeah.
It certainly is both speckled and band-like, but... what exactly is this? It's soft and fluffy and made out of a long piece of cloth. And there's a handle attached to the very end of it.
Oh, it's like a cat toy.
Hmm.
This must be a Western cat teaser.
A cat teaser?
Stop it, Angie.
I'm not even thinking... okay.
I'm just looking at her.
It was a toy meant for cats to play with. Kittens are especially fond of them. If you wiggle in front of them, they're bound to jump for it.
That sounds really adorable. They really could have called this something a lot different.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we present that. But you know what I found funny is, like, you can take a look at her left and right ear.
Oh, oops.
Actually...
I just presented it. I'm sorry.
oh, you presented a cat toy?
Yeah.
And is something happening?
Yeah, it just said, sir.
Okay.
I don't. The music didn't stop though, but I mean.
And it went through, so I guess it worked. Huh.
Okay.
It's just interesting because when you look at her ears, the earrings are different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can kind of see it right here in this image. You see how her, like, her left earring is pretty, it's shown, it's huge, you know? Her right ear, it's a very subtle, very small, like, stud earring. I don't know if that means anything, but it was just interesting why we can even examine it in the first place. Thus, it's that cat toy without a doubt. Yes, in other words, that would be the true identity of the speckled band. You dangled that toy through the air duct, correct?
Looks more like a whip.
You must have swung it quite fiercely. It's no surprise the victim caught sight of it. However, why would she do such a thing? That goes without saying. She hoped to use the toy, waving wildly, to catch her kitten's attention. Then, bewitched by that tantalizing toy, the kitty runs home and jumps into her arms. Oh! Indubitably, the identity of your friend that stole into the scene is none other than... that chicky kitten, Little Blackie! Oh, lordy lord. Okay.
Meow.
What a truly troublesome cat. If I ever catch sight of it, I'll catch it for you. I'll borrow that photograph of Blackie for a bit. Dog.
Meow. Huh. Did you read it?
No, crap, I actually skipped it. Hold on a minute.
Oh, I can read it. Well, no, you have it on.
I got it.
Okay.
Photo of Nikomina and her friend, Blackie the cat. This sage tiara is also shown. Okay.
That's important.
Huh.
Last night, I gave Blackie a meal. Then, Blackie scratched my hand, then ran to call Belle. Before I could move, vanished into air duct. Blackie is bad, kitty.
Well, now I feel bad.
Dang, that was all for the one? Holy crap.
Yeah, we're taking it. Well, don't forget we had our Taco Bell interruption in the middle
Oh, yeah,
of all
that's
this.
true.
Next, let's get to the core of the matter of his death. Oh, I'm just gonna skip all this.
Okay. Go to.
Why the victim's life robbed from him? Dead. But from the information I have, the corpse did not show a single trace of accidental injury. Ah.
Oh, did you get to the indubitably?
Indubitably. Deadly poison. Whoop.
Mr. Holmes must be right. It is true that Kazuma did not have any external wounds.
Yes, but it looks like there's some information Mr. Holmes isn't aware of. Soki didn't die from poison.
That certainly appears to be the case. Let's tell him about that information.
Hey, stupid! Look at the postmortem. That's not the right. Where's the postmortem? Here we go.
Look at this. Look at it!
Indubitably, the truth behind the victim's death lies in his post-mortem. I just knew it had to be one of the other.
His neck?
The only person who could live with a broken neck would be that sailor over there.
Is that his pet?
No, I'm pretty sure Mr. Stroganoff is human too. Anyway, the victim had his neck broken. Sorry about that, guys. If that is indeed a fact, it is possible that the crime scene still contains hints about the murder.
You lie!
Indubitably! Examining the corpse will let us prove the cause of death. Sogi died from a broken neck. I suppose that means he would have had to been struck.
That is certainly possible. However, as of yet, we still have not found any potential weapons.
And it's unlikely that the trespassing kitten struck him.
Or perhaps, if he had toppled over and took an unlucky fall. If unfortunate enough, that could very well have broken his neck.
You might be right. Toppled over, huh?
However, this is Kazuma we're talking about. It is difficult to believe that he could have been so clumsy.
Regardless, we'll have to make the right change. Just where could the remaining trace of Asogi's death be?
Oh, shoot.
Huh?
The remaining trace of Asogi's death?
Could it... Oh! Is it the floor markings? Because we learned that it's the same thing with his boot polish.
The floor markings? The
Yeah.
crime scene photo?
No, the floor markings. It has the bell and the skid mark looking thing.
Oh! I guess so.
That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, that is a mark of what happened, yeah?
Yeah? You're not wrong.
Let's present it then.
Floor marks.
Indubitably! Examining the floor markings will let us prove the cause of death. These really were traces left over. Traces of shoe polish on the floor.
Shoe polish?
I examined it with my homemade analysis machine that I carry around for fun. Beeswax, tallow, and dye. The composition matches that of shoe polish perfectly. Furthermore, the color of the shoe polish is the name of Asogi's leather boots, the same as Asogi's leather boots. Damn it. By looking at these traces, you can accurately guess what had happened. It's likely that something caused him to lose his footing and tumble over.
Oh,
He must have then unfortunately suffered a severe impact to his neck as he fell to the floor. The instant the victim took that fatal injury to the cervical vertebrae, he took his last breath.
no! am knowing nothing. Nothing at all.
Is that really true? When the victim perished, a certain piece of evidence remained on the scene. Indeed. Now then, you must have desperately tried to hide that damning piece of evidence, didn't you? Indubitably, your line of sight leads straight to the location of concealment.
It's the wastebasket, isn't it?
The evidence of this terrible murder is hidden within your trunk. But we never found anything in the wastebasket, did we?
Yeah, but I think... But we never really examined it. I think we were too... Oh, that's me.
No. Kazuma died because he tripped over and fell? Is that all? That must be a lie. I refuse to believe such a thing.
But there's no denying that the traces of the floor show exactly that.
Well, yes, but...
Well, plus, according to Mr. Holmes' theory, Nikomina tried to hide any evidence of the incident. It lies in this cabin, directly in Nikomina's line of sight.
just where did Nikomina hide it?
Let's investigate this thoroughly. The answer must be here. I'm sorry if there were frame drops for a few seconds there. Well, we can examine into the bin, and there's also the tiara, and well, really that's about it. Tiara, trunk, or the waste bin. So.
Oh, good, he put the tiara back.
But well, you know, like I still can't believe you did that. Let's examine the waste bin then.
Okay.
This is the cabin's waste paper bin.
Nikomino only boarded just last night, so I doubt there'd be much rubbish piled up in here.
I knew it.
They're right on the ball. Wait, this is...
A piece of glass?
I can't quite put my finger on it, but I feel like I've seen this somewhere before.
I don't think it's just your imagination.
Present then.
Yes.
God, I love that chattering thing. That's cool.
It is really awesome. The evidence that took the victim's life is hidden within your waste paper bin.
Ah!
I've seen this beautiful piece of glass somewhere before. Indubitably, take this fragment that was found on the floor of Asogi's cabin and... like so, it fits perfectly. Come now, Miss Nikomina, would you kindly explain yourself? Why is it that a piece of the broken glass found at the scene of the crime is in your cabin's waste paper bin? I'm sure you're familiar with this glass bell.
That is...
Your trademark I am knowing nothing won't work here. If you're wondering why, there is decisive evidence that proves your connection to it.
Huh?
Isn't that right, Master Naruhodo? Yes! This is the piece of evidence that links Nikomina to the glass bell. Do we just show the floor markings again? I mean, because...
No, I think it's the photo of Nikomina and her cat, because remember the picture of the bell with her cat?
Oh, I'm dumb. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. It's clearly depicted in this photograph. Hanging from Blackie's neck is none other than the very same glass bell. Miss Nikomina, you can no longer run. The victim fell onto the cabin floor and lost his life in a terrible twist of fate. In that fated fall, had something to do with your friend Blackie.
No matter what, I could not say this. Sorry.
Are you serious? Now I'm pissed.
I mean, is that seriously what? You know, I was just about to say, like, I don't think we ever really had a case where somebody died, like, clumsily
accident?
or accidentally. If this is the case, I'm gonna feel super crappy.
Yeah.
Damn. It always scares me because I'm a very clumsy guy. Like, I fall standing up straight. So, like, I can't even imagine. Let's just hope nothing stupid happens to me. But
Well, maybe he fell on like the desk or something.
well, maybe. But just. Oof.
Like, what if he was trying to be a nice person and help the kitty down, and it just
happened. I mean, I've heard some crazy stories. I mean, what can you do? Sorry, there's a frame dropping again.
no.
I gotta figure out.
Did you like that, Angie?
I gotta figure out the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's takes place in the 1900s, so the racism is apparent and the sexism is apparent. But it's really good so far. I like it.
Okay, it looks like we're. Wait, hold on, really quick. What is this?
I have to get...
Oh, okay. Bye. Bye, Angie.
Bye, Angie.
Bye.
If you want to watch the like the originals of when we first started the game, it's on. I'll send you the link to Pharaoh's Twitch.
Oh, you guys are not gonna like this one. I just found out right now.
What?
The Last of Us Part 2
Got delayed.
is indefinitely delayed.
What? Are you serious?
That's rough.
So, ooh.
I mean,
Oh,
it makes sense. I mean, with everything going on, unfortunately, it's just oof. Yeah, they said so. It's not even Naughty Dog really made a decision. Sony made a decision.
no.
They're gonna delay the launch of The Last of Us Part 2 and Marvel Iron Man VR until further notice. So essentially,
Jeez.
it's indefinitely until they until this all kind of calms down. I mean, I get it, but I can't wait for the entitleism to start showing its ugly face.
Yep.
Oh, it already is. I'm not going to read Twitter anymore. No. Not canceled. Not canceled, guys. There's a difference. It's been indefinitely delayed until everything that's going on calms down. So, there's that. Okay. And I believe frame drops are fine. Okay. Nikomina, please, we need you to tell us what exactly happened last night.
It was last night, hour after midnight, when I gave Blackie meal. He went mad and ran away from me.
I've heard that cat's become very nervous when placed in a new environment.
Kitty disappeared into air duct. Then,
So, it was then that your hand was scratched.
yes, I did know ship regulations. Cannot bring Kitty on ship.
Animals carry pathogens that can spread diseases. It's too frightening to allow.
So I listened to cabin next door. It was very quiet. Probably is sleeping, I think.
And so you tried to call back the kitten in secret, didn't you? You tried waving Blackie's cat toy through that air duct.
It always brings Blackie back. But this time, I use toy, I whistle, but Blackie does not return.
So that low whistle Asogi heard was meant to call back the kitten. I hear that kitty cats will hide under cover and refuse to come out if they're afraid. Am I dropping frames again? Damn it, I hate this.
Mm.
Even if it only lasts like 15-20 seconds, it's just annoying.
Yeah.
Even if the videos are longer, it's like you guys shouldn't have to be putting up with that. Okay, we're good now.
Okay. Had no choice but to wait for Kitty to calm down. Then,
Oh God.
Jesus.
I thought, heart stopped. Suddenly I heard loud voice, then a huge sound. And then, heard nothing else.
Asogi. Judging from the marks left on the floor of the crime scene, the victim most likely stepped on the glass bell when he lost his footing. Although the Eclair may be a colossal ship, it can swing around with incredible force. It could be that he was falling and a nervous kitten had wrapped itself around his feet. As these continuous unfortunate incidents piled up, he could do little to prevent his fall. In any case, what happened with this kitten afterwards?
Later, he responded to my call and returned from Erda.
However, Little Black is nowhere to be seen right now.
Forgot to lock that trunk. Kitty wandered off again.
Good grief. That kitty cat's as restless as I am. So he's aware that he's restless. Good, I guess.
Oh, that's me. Morning came. I hear that man next door is dead. But I could not say this. If people know truth about me, I have to go back. That scares me.
Oh, well, if that's all true then, what about the snake? That's right! If that is Nikomino's friend, then why? What the... Is he smiling when he's petting him? Yeah, he is.
Yes, that's his friend.
Oh my god. Why is there such an extremely dangerous animal aboard the ship?
Oh, forgot to mention. The snake. His friend, you see. Name is Piroshko.
What? 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 You're saying that's your snake?
It escaped from cage during alarm ruckus earlier. I was looking for it. But was here all along? Ha! Ha!
Just how did it escape in the first place? However, isn't it forbidden to carry animals aboard this ship?
We are sailing together for over a year now, yes? Such good friends cannot be teared apart.
I wonder if he has any other friends. Well, real friends, anyway.
We could be your friends.
Not me, though. I don't want his friends. Look here, Mr. Sailor. It's a big, venomous snake of all things. Who would like that sort of thing?
It is not venomous.
Oh, crap. Sorry. Again.
Oh.
What the fart?
You know, hold on. Let me see something really quick. What the hell am I trying to do with my life? See if that works. Okay. There we go. What?
See Piroshko here? Is long but harmless to man or animal, but an adorable friend.
Harmless?
He's just grumpy from hunger right now. Give food to bring back cuteness.
By food, do you mean things like milk and such?
Such a snake exists only in fairy tales.
God, I forget his name.
Pirushko love mice. Round, fat mice.
Oh, so that explains the rat trap.
Mm-hmm.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but that mouse trap along the cabin corridor is...
Yes. It is trapped to catch Pirushko's favorite food.
Wow, circle life is pretty harsh.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't drink milk, hear whistles, climb call bells, or even inject venom. Indeed, one could say the fellow doesn't have a leg to stand on. Well, okay, well...
Who the hell cares? Do not yell at me again. Anyway, Pirushko has nothing to do with the incident.
So this is the truth behind Asogi's death. I don't know if I can accept that. I don't even... There has to be more to it.
There has to be. Ugh.
I just want to see that cat, really. I swear to God, something happened to that cat, though.
Nikomina Borshevich. I understand that the position you have been put in is rough, and I sympathize with you. However, that said, should you take a man's life and lie in hopes of escaping your final punishment? You would be purely despicable no matter how dire your circumstances may be. Huh?
Wait, what are you trying to say? Hasn't all the mystery just been clearly unraveled before us?
Oh, she's straight up about to accuse her.
Everything was hinged on an unfortunate off-chance accident.
I am not able to see things well as Mr. Holmes can. But I know for a fact this cannot be the truth. What do you think, Naruhodo?
Honestly, I had the same feeling. There is something out of place in Nikomino's words. Let me be honest here. I had thought to leave everything after this to Scotland Yard. What? There's only one reason why I'm investigating this incident. It's simply because I couldn't bear to look at you, Master Naruhodo. Huh? You mean me? Those cuffs binding your hands simply bothered me to no end. No! Again? When did he do that? I felt almost as if I had placed those handcuffs on you myself, you see. In any case, I thought to do something about it before the ship docks in Hong Kong. Mr. Holmes? However, there was one thing that slipped my mind. The departed victim was a very dear friend to both of you. That's the truth, isn't it? Yes. Asogi was my best friend. He was the man who saved me. Then, the truth that lies beyond this point should be sought out by your very own eyes. My own eyes? That odd feeling I got from Nikomino's words. Perhaps if I pursue it, I might be able to find the truth.
Ugh.
The true story behind your death will finally come to light. Ooh, music.
Oh.
I understand. I'll give it a shot. That's the spirit.
Naruhodo.
Now, shall we begin, Master Naruhodo? Yes, sir! Well then, let's start with the first issue. The victim's corpse within the locked cabin. Was that really the result of an accident? Or perhaps it was not an accident after all? We should make this clear first. Well, as I was just saying, the kitten went through the air duct and caused his fall. It was clearly an accident.
Jeez.
Wait! This isn't right. That line of thought is obviously flawed. Might I beg an explanation? Oh, that's right. It's slowly becoming clearer. The contradiction behind Asogi's death is glaringly obvious. Simply put, Asogi's cabin holds decisive evidence to the contrary. His death was not a mere accident. What did you just say? In that case, show me your so-called evidence. Show me the evidence that proves the death of the victim was not just an accident. Now really quick though, how long have we been going for? A little over an hour and 15?
Yeah.
Alright. I would like to take a break, because I would like to actually eat a little bit as well during the break. My thing is, I'm getting worried because... Now, everybody watching right now live, please, 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 don't confirm, deny, or tell me how much longer is left. But I feel like... I'd be really surprised if there is a trial, per se, in this case. Like, I feel like everything's going to be an investigation today. Or, like, just in this episode, period. But I feel like we're kind of... It feels like we're kind of getting into, like, the meat of things here. And maybe things are going to start snowballing into, like, a conclusion soon. Maybe. So, I don't know.
Let's see. We're going to. We said what? 3:34.
Around there, yeah.
Okay. Then let's. Because I feel like we're almost there. I personally feel like, but.
That's what I think. I mean, I could keep going. So, just I'm not sure how much longer it's gonna be.
Okay.
Shall we keep going?
Yeah. Yeah. F it. Why not? We'll just take a little longer break.
What do you mean, like just keep going right here, and then or what?
Yeah, keep going right here, but you're hungry though. You need to eat.
I mean, it's fine. Don't worry about me. I can. I just had cereal a couple hours ago, so it's fine.
Okay. Let's go about 10 minutes and see if we are close or not.
Okay.
Okay.
So, show me the evidence that proves the death of the victim was not just an accident.
The only thing that's coming to mind is either the ship log or where is it?
I mean, honestly, that it is kind of interesting because it's like nothing unusual happened after 1:30. I mean,
So that yeah.
something happened because there's nothing written anymore. So,
Or the
wasn't
I don't know.
just an accident. I mean,
if there's nothing because what in the log don't present. The details say the night watchman, like Mr. Stroganoff, didn't report anything. He didn't hear any like stud or a cat noise.
But at the same time, what happened after 1:30 that he wasn't even writing anything? Like, what's his alibi from 2 to 5:30 at this point? So, like, what the hell was he doing?
Right.
So, honestly, I think you're right. I think the ship's log is the best thing that we have right now. And that,
Okay,
then there's a whole thing regarding Sophie writing in Russian. That's confusing.
Well, my thing is that, like, if his thing was an accident, either the person who murdered him wrote it, or if it supposedly was an accident, he needs to make sure people are, people know that Naruhodo's in the wardrobe to get him out.
Right. But it's like, then again, it's like, how the hell did he write it?
Right.
Oh wait, well it says here, it's written in purple ink. Because for whatever reason, I thought it was like his blood. I'm like, he just tripped and fell. I don't think there would be blood. But
Right.
But it still says it's thought to have been written with the last of Asoga's strength.
What does your gut tell you?
In terms of why, like how it wasn't just an accident, the only thing that seems suspicious at the moment, I guess, would be the ship log. But because I'm looking at the post-mortem and it's like I don't really see anything here because it's like, yeah, there's no visible traces of external injury or poisoning, but I don't know. I'm going with the ship's log. We'll see what's what.
Okay.
What exactly is the meaning of this?
Oh.
Uh-oh. That's definitely not right.
It.
It means the truth behind his death is coming to surface. I can feel it. Uh-oh. All that evidence proves is that you have quite an overactive imagination.
Dang
Whoops.
This was no mere accident. If you really believe that, consider your evidence carefully. If it really was an accident, then a certain something is missing from the scene. And conversely, a certain something that shouldn't exist is at the crime scene.
Oh, sorry about the frames, guys. Indeed, she speaks the truth. Oh, I think I get it now. No, I don't get it now. Really? You don't sound all that sure of yourself.
Don't worry, I believe in you. More than Mr. Holmes does, at least.
That's right. It's slowly becoming clearer. The contradiction behind Asogi's death is glaringly obvious. Now I feel dumb. Simply put, Asogi's death his cabin holds decisive evidence to the contrary. His death was not a mere accident.
Oh, we did that already.
Oh, you said blah, 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 blah. Okay. So yeah, sorry about the frames. It looks like dropping frames didn't do much either, dropping a bit rate. I'm assuming congestion. That's the only thing I can think of. You know, we're going to find out tomorrow because I'm going to be playing a different game myself tomorrow. We'll see what happens then. Glaringly obvious. It's in his cabin. I mean, is it this whole thing with him writing wardrobe in Russian? Because
I mean, we never knew if he knew Russian.
That's the thing, yeah.
Like he said, what's in his room that shouldn't be, but is. And I guess that's Russian.
Let's check it out.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
There we go. It's clearly shown in his photograph. It would have been impossible for Asogi to write that. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but that writing's in Russian, isn't it? Precisely. It means wardrobe. It would have been natural if his dying message was in Japanese, however...
What if he learned Russian? Russian is easy, surprisingly easy.
I kind of doubt that. Well, whatever the case, it doesn't matter. What do you mean? As I said before, it was impossible for Asogi to have left that message. And the reason for that is clearly written here. Oh, it did say instant death. That's
Oh,
whoopsie daisy. Instant death from trauma to cervical vertebrae. Instant death. Okay, guys, I hate breaking focus here, but Guys, I understand you guys may be kidding or joking how you guys write your messages about how I kind of missed something or didn't realize something, but I do ask that you don't do that because it can kind of come off as, you know, making fun of our intelligence a little bit, and we do come to conclusions eventually, so I do ask, don't do that, please, and thank you.
It's rude. Even if you are joking, I think it's rude.
Yep. Oh!
Oh, shoot. Ah! Oh,
Got
sorry. Yeah, I didn't keep going.
You're good. In other
And
words...
that-
Oh, wait. Ooh, where are you at?
Ooh, where am I? Hold on. Sorry. Let me back up. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I skipped ahead of her, apparently. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. In other words, he could not have written those words after falling to the floor. After all, he was already dead.
And that's not all. I recall one other issue regarding Kazuma's cabin. No matter how you look at it, the traces of the scene contradict an accidental death.
Really? So Sasato noticed it too. There's still something that strikes me as odd, even putting aside the Russian message. And that's the piece of evidence that proves it wasn't just an accident. Wait, besides what we just did? Oops. Hold on. I recall one other issue regarding his death. The cabin, no matter how you look at it, the traces at the scene contradict an accidental death. Traces? I mean, does she mean the actual traces? The shoe polish and all that? But I thought that was proven... I thought that was meant to show that it was accidental because he tripped and everything.
Right.
But then again, the way they point out traces at the scene contradict an accidental death.
Because honestly, if he stepped on a small glass, it wouldn't break like that.
You think it would, yeah, you think it would shatter so much more, right?
Yeah.
And then again, we're not going to get into that durability of the glass and all that.
No.
I mean, strong. Hold on, what does it say about the full markings? Strong markings from what might be Asogi's. Now hold on, man. Look at the wording of this. Once again, I might be thinking too much into this, but it says from what might be Asogi's boot polish.
Boot polish.
A small glass object that was broken in half rests nearby. It does seem like quite a lot to be just a simple trip, doesn't it?
Right. Yeah. You know, F it. I'm gonna do it.
Same here.
Yep.
It's these marks on the floor here. But couldn't those be left behind? The glass bell that was split in two. Something that could have happened when the victim was falling over. Well, yes, that's right. If you think of it that way, this shouldn't be a problem. Unfortunately, there's one fatal flaw in your reasoning. What? If that was really the case, then answer me this. Why was the other half of the broken bell found in another cabin?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you figure out something?
No, but at the same time, I'm like... It's funny when we think of a whole nother reasoning that works out, but the game's like, it's because of this reason. It's like, oh, yeah, that's right. I totally forgot. It's like, well, yeah, the other half was found in a whole entirely different cabin. It's like, how did that... Well, yeah, how did it get there in the first place?
Right.
The other half of the glass bell was found in this waste paper bin. Might you offer us an explanation, Nikomina?
Well, thus, the truth revealed by these two pieces of evidence can only be as follows. When Asogi died, he was not alone. Another person was in the cabin. Furthermore, that person tampered with the scene of the crime. All to escape from the crime they committed.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Frames?
Yep. There's one other thing. Let me see one other thing that might cause this. I just don't know what to do anymore. Well, I'm gonna narrow it down tomorrow when I stream a different game, because it could just be about what programs I have running. Maybe it just doesn't like this. I have no idea.
Yeah, I think it's because Discord.
I hope not. Discord, this game, I don't know. Maybe I could try messing more with the bit rate, maybe change the rate control instead of being constant, maybe be variable. I don't know. I'll look more into this, but for the time being, we're just gonna get some frame drops here and there. Okay. Eek.
Eek. When the incident occurred, there was another person present at the scene.
Ha, rubbish. Anyway. Another person, you say? We already knew.
What do you mean, sir?
You are forgetting Stowaway in cabin.
Ugh.
When exchange student died, another person was you.
Indeed, I was present in the cabin during that time. Well, to be more precise, he was stuffed inside that cabin's wardrobe. But if I was the culprit, how could you explain a Russian message left behind? To be more precise, it's not that you didn't write it, it's more like you couldn't. Excuse me? Could you please shut up for a moment? Well, pardon me, you son of a bitch. Anyway, the culprit wrote wardrobe on the floor in Russian. All in order to frame me, sound asleep inside the wardrobe for this crime.
Furthermore, they retrieved a piece of the glass bell lying on the floor. They removed it from the scene because it would become evidence of Kazuma's murder.
But if that were true, there would be no point unless all the fragments were discarded. Half of it was left at the scene. Do you not find that strange? Well, the crime occurred a little past 1 a.m. The cabin's interior must have been rather dark. Light was provided by one small lamp. Little of it must have reached the floorboards. It wouldn't be unimaginable for the killer to have overlooked some glass.
Everyone suspecting me.
Oh.
I have a theory regarding this guy, but I'm...
Yeah. Same.
Mr. Stroganov?
This girl was originally daughter of Seaman. 2 years ago, scouted for talent and sold to ballet group. Until then, this ship was her stage. She danced with band for sailors. No more accusations against our ship's delicate fairy.
I never could have imagined.
An exchange student died. You think girl was in cabin too? It is not possible. No chance in hell, ever.
How intriguing. Why are you able to declare that with such conviction?
Ha! You do not already know, great detective? Door to cabin was locked from within. Nikomina is not only one with alibi, is also true for everyone else.
Not for you, though.
Entering cabin would be impossible.
Gah! He's right!
But now that you mention it, I have read such a thing as mystery novels. At moments like these, a needle and thread could be used to open the door from outside.
Needle and thread? Ridiculous. Doors in this ship were built strong. Cannot be opened by flimsy thread and needle.
What you say is fact. This is a door of a steamship, after all. In order to keep water out, it's made of heavy iron. Not even magnets would work.
That's what I thought. It was simply because Naruhodo had spoken of this earlier.
Sato! You're mean! Then, as I initially presumed, unlatching the door from the outside is impossible. But it's not impossible for any stretch of the imagination.
What are you saying?
Allow me to say this. If you were to leave that door to me, I could latch it shut without ever so much as touching it once. And right now, this cabin holds a trace of that very method. Are you serious? How about you, Master Naruhodo? Don't you also know of such a method? A method of latching a cabin door shut from the outside? Indeed, you're right. I can think of one way.
Is that true, Naruhodo?
Yes. After all, we both witnessed it.
Yep.
Well then, would you kindly point that out to us, Master Naruhodo? What is the proof that suggests the door was locked from the outside? Alright, this is something that has been bothering me ever since we stopped the last stream. But, you noticed when the ship apparently turned very sharply, or like it went to one side very sharply, and that the door was then locked? So I assume the only thing that can prove that is the books being... never mind. It's not
Well,
showing
nothing's
me.
highlighting.
You're right. Crap. Wait.
No, I think it's because we have to.
We have to do it. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
The game confused me. I'm like, because, before it's like you can examine only this, but now we can present anything. But yeah, it's the books, I'm assuming. Please take a look at the bookshelf. Various books and trinkets are scattered all over the place.
It is likely that they fell down during the emergency stop earlier.
Yes, there's no mistake about that, considering how massive this ship is. A tremendous force would travel throughout the ship's interior if it were to stop abruptly. As such, it would only be natural that a couple of small items would topple over.
If I recall correctly, this force is also known as inertia.
Physics.
Mm-hmm.
As usual, Susato sure knows about some complicated stuff.
Because she's smart.
With that small book.
Mm-hmm.
And when that force toppled over the bookshelf, there was one more thing that moved within this cabin. And that would be the latch on the door. Oh, hold on.
What?
Maybe I should keep on that beta thing that I had yesterday. Because even though I was dropping frames, people said that only one time where they noticed it. So maybe that's what I have to do from now on. I just don't know.
I don't know either.
Because it's not the PC, because, I mean, it's a gaming PC. It's hardwired in, so... okay, now we're good. And that will be the latch on the door.
What?
After that emergency stop earlier, I understood everything. At that time, none of us had latched the door. Despite that... Hello, anyone in there? What is that? Oh boy. It's not like Evie there. Oh boy!
Goodbye! There's another. Ah! That's right! When the ship stopped, the door had latched shut.
This door's latch may be made of metal, but is small and lightweight. Due to the earlier mentioned force, inertia has moved it from its place. Could you be implying that last night, after the incident had occurred? Dun dun. This ship, the SS Eclair, pulled over for an emergency stop? When I woke up this morning, I couldn't help but feel that something was off. The books and trinkets on a bookshelf had all fallen over. It was as if a whirlwind had swept through the room. It looked like just like it does now.
Oh, now that you mention it, the items certainly were scattered about. Although everything is neatly put back together by now.
That's why right after I entered this room, I was very surprised. All the books and ornaments had fallen over in the exact same way as in Asogi's room. What do you say to that, Nikomina?
Is this a clear stopped? Ridiculous.
He's right. Stopping the ship is no simple task. Or are you implying that the culprit is one of the ship's engineers? Oh, come now. The matter's nothing that complicated, my fellow. What? It's even on the walls of the corridor. Check out the emergency alarm.
Yes, that is true. In the event of an emergency, this button is to be pushed. It's clearly written in the hallway.
Oh yeah.
During dense foggy nights, those on lookout cannot ensure safety with their eyes alone. As such, buttons are installed in a ship to allow the crew to issue emergency warnings. Such a fascinating button just begs to be pushed. At least once or twice.
Then you!
When that button is pressed, an emergency alarm is rung. It causes the ship to come to a complete stop and alert everyone on the ship of the situation. Just like earlier. The thing is, though, who pushed it?
Excuse me. Could it be that you...
It is my belief that buttons exist for the sole purpose of being pushed. Wait, so you did it? Wait, at any time and in any way. This great detective certainly doesn't know the meaning of the word fear.
I think the second time he did.
Oh, the second time. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was confused. 'Cause, yeah, I was wondering, like... No, wait a minute, because I thought they said they did a stop into one of the ports, if I'm mistaken.
Oh, that's right. What?
Wait, I'm confused. Damn it, Sherlock, what the hell did you do?
Okay, let's just
Let's just keep going.
You rat! Who do you thinking you are? I will report this to Captain. Be ready for punishment.
Oh, calm down, my friend. Why don't we postpone that for a later time? Anyway, with the alarm raised, I was able to confirm something. If this ship was to make an emergency stop, the cabin's latches would lock themselves. And so, there's but one question to ponder next.
That would be, of course, last night after Kazuma's incident. Did the ship make an emergency stop?
It's not that simple. Giant steamship cannot make emergency stop. Such huge incident would wake everyone up from their beds.
What do you think, Master Naruhodo? It could be that last night there was some kind of emergency stop made by the ship. And I might be able to prove that it happened, at the very least.
What? Does such evidence truly exist, Naruhodo?
That is highly interesting. Please show it to us, by all means. What is the evidence that suggests that the ship made an emergency stop last night?
Oh, Lord. No.
I have two possible things here. I would say the ship's log, but at the same time, it's like, how come that wasn't written in it about it stopping? But it's still weird that nothing was written after 1:30. I would also say possibly the floor markings, because maybe if the emergency stopped, he quickly jolted forward. But see, that's assuming that he didn't die. That he. Because I always assume that these floor markings, like it was stopped after he was already dead,
Right.
thus locking the door. I'm overthinking this, I'm sure. But I'm leaning towards the log, but I'm a little iffy. What is the evidence that suggests that the ship made an emergency stop last night? You got a revelation, what's up?
I think it's the missing ballerina article. Because remember she said she descended like an angel or whatever? So the emergency stop was to pick her up.
Oh, that's really good. I was not even going to think about that. But see, wait a
Oh.
minute. But it doesn't, the article itself doesn't say that she came on last night, does it? Or does it in the details? No, it just says magnifying glass.
It just says where she disappeared while in Shanghai, but we discussed it. Because we remember we had the whole conversation of she arrived the night before. Like,
now
why?
You're right. Now, what always gets me regarding things like that is I'm trying to think of the game logic too, because it's like if it's not expressly stated in the evidence itself, they might say like, "Oh, well, you're stupid," you know. Even though we discussed it and like it was already talked about before, so it's more so like kind of combining the two together. So, but I do think you're right. So
I just hope I'm not getting ahead of myself because I think I'm starting to figure out what happened.
I think you're right though,
And I think, oh my god, I hope this isn't true.
because
Really sad.
I think I keep jumping the gun with the ship log, because I think those two kind of go together at that point. No,
Yeah.
but wait a minute. But then,
I think we're getting ahead of ourselves with the log.
yeah, but at the
Because
same
Stroganoff
time,
is involved somehow. We just don't know how yet.
right? But I'm confused about something, because if we say that emergency was made to stop to pick her up, what about? I thought she was already there because of her cat. That's what I'm confused about now. Or am I
But
thinking too
no,
much into it?
It may have been after, because I think he died after she got there, because we don't know what time she got there. That's the problem. I'm gonna try the missing ballerina article. If it's not, then I'll let you know.
Okay. Because I'm thinking about this too much.
Nope, that's not it.
So it's not the missing ballerina article. Okay.
Nope.
And that's what I was worried about. Because once again, it's more so evidence that directly states right there, right then. And because it doesn't say that she was picked up at night, it's not going to... It wouldn't make sense. Or at least in the way the game's asking. So that's why... That's why I keep going back to the log and to the markings, really. I'm gonna try to log. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Okay.
It's the log.
What the okay. Okay.
It's okay.
Prison.
Mr. Stroganoff, you were on security lookout for a first-class cabin area, correct?
Huh? I mean, yes. What about it?
The ship's log is a record of that lookout, correct?
Ah, that is mine.
Ah, yes. It looked like you accidentally forgot about it and left it on the desk. So I took the responsibility of taking it into my custody in order to bring it back to you.
Was not accident. I left it on purpose.
Well, in any case, if you took a look through this record, at regular 30-minute intervals, nothing unusual is written within the log. However, starting from 2 a.m., there were no records written at all. None at all.
That is just... Well, obviously it was nothing unusual.
If there's nothing unusual, then nothing unusual should have been written here.
Ugh.
Guys, I'm going to say this one more time, but if you guys are going to get a little mad or peeved that we're not solving things as fast as we should, then I ask that you refrain from even watching or doing anything. Simple as that, guys. Indubitably. In other words, after 2 a.m., on board the Eclair, something had happened.
Oh, okay. I think I just got ahead of myself.
Oh, you're good. Does it happen? I mean, this is what happens when we play this game.
Hmm.
Something important enough to cause someone to even forget the ever so important ship's log.
And that would be the emergency stop?
Do not be making ridiculous assumptions.
To be honest, I also seem to have trouble believing that such a thing could have happened. And why is that? Well, just think about it. Consider the magnitude of such an incident. No matter the circumstances, certainly we would have noticed it.
That is true. After all, we just had a taste of that emergency stop ourselves. Such an incredible alarm. Such an incredible heave. No matter how deep in sleep we could have been, we would have woken up from that.
Well, you certainly have a point there. Have you all noticed the throbbing as well? What? What could you be referring to? Your heads. For some reason, ever since this morning, my head has just been killing me. Now that you mention it, I have not been feeling the best for whatever reason ever since this morning.
I haven't either. My head has been feeling heavy all morning.
As I had suspected, it's been much the same for everyone. That's right. Now that I think about it, it's been the same for me as well. After eating dinner last night, I ended up feeling drowsy all of a sudden. I somehow made it to the wardrobe, but I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up this morning, the first thing I felt was a throbbing pain in my head. By the time I came to my senses, I was dragged out of the wardrobe. And then with both hands cuffed. There's no way I wouldn't have woken up from something like that. Oh, and by the way, Master Naruhodo, you were the impotent stowaway who boarded the ship, correct? Yes, much to my shame. A stowaway shouldn't have been receiving meals. How'd you come about your meal? Oh, that? Well, that's, you know, Asogi shared just a bit of his meal with me. If memory serves, a meal last night was roasted chicken. Oh, you know, come to think of it, I ate all of it last night. Asogi wasn't a big fan of chicken. Ah, so the victim did not eat a single bite of the chicken. Oh. Oh. I never really
You were
thought.
right on something.
Yeah, but I was taking it a different way, though. But okay then. Bo? That's right. But why is that important?
Watch this.
Watch this, though. After relaying that information... Oh, that's not right. After relaying that information yourself, have you not come to realize anything?
Might you be saying that the chicken was abnormal?
Exactly. Oh! So that's what it was! The food provided by the ship last night was tampered with. When eaten, you would be lulled into a sweet sleep. That kind of tampering. Sleeping drugs, you mean? In that case, in order to put the ship into an emergency stop, the culprit put sleeping drugs in all the food.
Naruhodo, I do think that is much too impossible of a task to pull off.
Exactly. It's impossible to drug all of the food on the ship. Assuming that the entire crew was not cooperating together on the matter, that is... What?
What?
What are your thoughts, good sailor?
Huh?
Oh, sorry, frame drops again.
No.
Well, it's not over like we thought, so we don't know how much longer.
I'm I'm just tempted to keep going until we get to to be continued.
Yeah, same.
I am of the opinion that it would be difficult to cover up this matter any further.
Ah. What the heck? Oh.
That was from you?
Yeah, the scoot sound.
Okay, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that was Puppy.
If you do not wish to talk, then I will request an official investigation of this ship.
Oh.
If it were to come to that, I'd imagine that you sailors and your captain would all be punished. Punished under this crime of assisting a defection. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you gotta talk, bro.
Hey, keep looking away. What the... So I just keep thinking of a scene of The Office when I guess it was like bring your kids or you bring your daughter to work day, and Stanley was there and he had his child, and I guess his daughter was talking to Ryan, flirting with him, and I guess because like Mindy, or I forgot the other chick's name, but her real name was Mindy, the Indian one.
Mm-hmm.
She was Kelly. There you go. That's Kelly on the show.
Yeah.
She likes Ryan, and she's like, oh, she's getting jealous. She tells Stanley, and Stanley just yells at Ryan. I kept laughing every single time. He's like, what you looking at there? He says, no one's gonna help you out there. Jesus could be out there. He will help you. Boy, did you have lost your mind? Cause I'll help you find it.
Oh my god, he straight up went in dad mode.
Oh, I need to watch The Office again. I haven't even finished watching it, but I need to because it's gonna leave Netflix under.
Yeah,
next
hurry
year.
up.
Okay. Okay, there we go. That's you. We're good.
Oh.
That is enough. I will tell everything.
What?
I do not want to trouble sailors.
At one point, you were all comrades who traveled together, right?
That is why I asked them for help when I ran away.
All sailors wanted to help. Help princess who abandoned her motherland and ballet troupe.
How in heavens could this be?
As you say, last night's chicken was drugged heavily.
Now that I think about it, there were some bitter lumps mixed in.
Yes. Sleeping drugs probably did not dissolve all the way.
Ugh, what kind of seasoning is that?
Around midnight, Princess boarded her ship on the grid area in open ocean. Smugglers bring her on small fishing boat.
And we, the passengers, remained sound asleep, blissfully unaware of what was occurring.
I knew it.
Thanks to the sweet magic spell cast on the delicious chicken. Then, the people who were awake on the ship last night were the entire ship's crew, as well as those who held a deep-rooted hatred of chicken, and the new passenger on the ship, Nikomina. In other words, it would have been possible for you to utilize the inertia from the ship's emergency stop to latch shut the door. But if the events had indeed panned out as you claimed, wouldn't all the latches in the ship lock, causing a huge commotion? No, I don't think so. What? Oh, I get it! Last night, we all had our meals within our respective cabins. And then, we were all overcome with incredible drowsiness and went to sleep. Consequently, all the passengers were in their own cabin. Nothing would be out of place if they woke to find the latch on their cabin door shut. And that is why not a single soul noticed anything unusual. In other words, for the sake of shutting merely one latch on the ship, the culprit forced us as a plan to make an emergency stop. See, I guess I'm getting mixed, like, I'm getting the timing of this happening with the death of Osogi kind of mixed up.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I feel like they don't really correlate well now. It seems like it happened way earlier than when the death happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's weird. I'm thinking about this weird, but whatever.
Oh.
You talk on and on about this. What is your point?
It is just as you have heard. There's no doubt that there was a third party present at the crime scene. For the purpose of framing someone else, they left a message in Russian on the floor. And they desperately hid the piece of glass that could serve as evidence. To top it all off, they put the ship in an emergency stop to latch the doors shut. I must say, it was a job well done.
But I am knowing nothing about any of that.
Oh, sorry. I
You're
keep
good.
forgetting.
You're good.
Keep going with your funny jargon and big words if you will. But we sailors are not caring about your fancy logic games. We do not believe until we are seeing with our own eye.
That's quite the fine maxim you have there.
Huh? Huh?
Eh? In truth, I am of the same belief. What is seen by one's own eyes is everything. Master Naruhodo. Yes! Can you hear it? Cries of confession reverberate throughout the ship.
Cries of confession?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any idea what you... The proof of the crime? It is not the ears that hear the voiceless voice. Rather, it is none other than the eyes. It all stems from observation.
You still make no sense. What is your point?
Now, let's begin. This time, once and for all. For the sake of reaching the final truth, we'll begin the theater of logic and reason.
Okay.
Oh boy. Now, with that said, it's a pleasure to be working with you, Master Naruhodo. Mr. Holmes, what on earth is this? I'm scared. It's just as I've said. We are to observe them. Observe them?
At the moment when Kazuma passed away, some individual had tampered with various things at the crime scene, and we are to locate the trace of that happening, correct?
Exactly. You catch on quickly. I got it. I'll give it a shot. I'll point out the traces of a third party present at the scene of the crime. Observe
Thick
them.
arm.
Like, holy crap! I mean, like, oh, it actually, literally does say thick arm. Okay, I didn't see that.
Oh. Remember? Okay, hey, go to her ear. Remember when you said?
Oh wait, there's actually. Okay, what about her ear?
You mentioned something about her ear, and it just has something on her left ear.
Her left ear? What
Yeah,
about
her left and right ear. I don't know. It's just somewhere I could point.
Oh yeah, no, there's that. But I actually found something.
Oh God, where?
Look at the back of Stroganoff's back.
The back? Oh. You bastard.
Let's examine. Hey, look at this. There's an obvious stain over here.
You're right. It appears to be ink.
Ink. In this color. I have a good idea what this could be. Oh, crap it.
There you go.
Present.
You killed my best friend, you bastard.
Mr. Stroganoff, you have a purple stain on your white uniform.
Huh? Oh, must be smudged from somewhere.
Would you happen to know anything about that stain?
What are you saying?
As of this moment, we are still unable to pinpoint the significance of that stain. How about we go ahead and clear that up? That purple stain clinging onto Mr. Stroganoff's uniform.
I believe it is obvious what its true identity is.
Exactly. Well then, Kindly present that piece of evidence if you would. Yes, sir! Those traces left on Mr. Stroganov's uniform. The evidence that points toward their true nature is... Oh, well... I believe it'll be the crime scene photo because here it says purple ink. Remember, I'm telling you guys, anytime they say like a characteristic of something, you gotta remember it. Sure enough,
important.
they legit said purple ink. And well, good time. Well, hold on a minute. Frames are dropping. They're probably still dropping now. I know, it's stupid. But it's fixed now. So present. The true identity of that stain is ink.
Ink, you say?
Purple ink, a most uncommon color.
Oh!
You seem to have realized the meaning behind that. The Russian words on the floor of the scene were written with purple ink. It's the exact same color as the stain on your uniform. If the ink had dried, then it would have been impossible for it to stain. Therefore, immediately following the event of that ink spill, you were present in this cabin.
Fine. I talk. I tell you everything I did. First, I tamper with evidence in dead exchange student cabin. And shut a latch using emergency stop. All to divert suspicion away from Princess.
Mitrov.
It's okay, Princess. I do the talking. It was around 1 a.m. I had been keeping watch on that corridor. Princess, face pale with fear, ran over to me.
Mitrov, help! Please!
When we reached cabin, the door was open. One look into the cabin, and I saw exchange student collapse onto floor. What the hell happened here?
Don't tell anyone. But my friend...
Princess told the truth. What happened in cabin is exactly what she said.
The kitten ran to Asogi's cabin through the air duct. Asogi then tumbled over with that kitten around his feet, ending his life.
Yeah, exactly.
And following that, Miss Nikomina had visited the cabin next door, correct? It was there that she found the victim's corpse. I surmised that would be the case.
Oh, yeah, she heard fall, so she went to look. Right, Princess? Cabin door was not latched shut. Princess could tell in a single glance what had happened in that room.
I have one thing that I would like to confirm.
What is it?
By the time you had visited Kazuma's cabin, Nikomina, Kazuma had already passed. Is that correct? Huh?
Yes, that is what I said. When Princess peeked into cabin, exchange student was...
I am asking Nikomina.
Nikomina, your answer.
Oh. Yes. It is right. I look inside cabin. Man in black on floor, not moving. Got so scared. I understand. I will believe those words.
This time, for sure. That must be the truth behind Asogi's death. Oh, yes, that reminds me. There's something I forgot.
Dang it, Holmes.
Mr. Holmes? Look at this photograph. Doesn't it make you laugh? There's something I took myself. The cause of death was a fracture of the cervical spine. His death was most likely instant. And the cause of all that was a kitten that unfortunately caught his feet and tripped him. However, if that was indeed the case, then I'd like you to take a look at this photo. Now, somehow I feel that there's an unnatural element present in it.
Yes. What do you mean, unnatural?
Master Nahodo, what is your opinion on the matter? Huh? Sir! There is something that's been bothering me, but hold on. Asogi's life ended unfortunately due to an accidental fall. And supposedly unnatural element lies within this photo. Now, okay, I don't know if it's just me.
If you fall...
Hmm.
Yeah, no, go ahead, sorry.
No, actually, you go ahead, because now I feel I'm dumb here. Go ahead really quick.
No. I mean, if he fell and broke his spine, wouldn't he have landed on his back?
Okay, I wasn't thinking about that.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
No, but, I mean, could be. At the same time, I imagine that you could fall... Because, did it say he fell onto something first, or did he just fell and broke his neck? Because I assume that can happen. Like, if you hit your head, like, say you hit your chin really hard on the floor, that can cause enough pressure to break your neck, I assume, yeah? But... what I'm thinking is, I could be wrong here.
Mm-hmm.
It's more so of the handwriting, period.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the whole thing about it being instant death. How did, like, obviously he didn't write it.
Oh, right.
I don't know if that's what they mean by unnatural, because I'm also thinking about something regarding the handwriting itself.
What is that?
Like, I'm once again, this is probably nothing, but it's that splotch right under the O. Like, maybe that's probably me just super overthinking it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I wonder why that's like that. But I guess the big thing is like...
how did he write it if he was already dead?
Exactly. Actually, I'm kind of surprised they're even bringing this back up, because I thought we already talked about this.
Right.
So that's why I'm a little iffy, like, why the hell we're talking about this again, but... now, I'm assuming that's the unnatural element is the wording itself, if it's instant death, yeah?
Yeah.
Let me present that, just make sure I'm... Oh, wait, hold on. Frames are dropping. Oh,
Oh.
now we're good. Nope, now we're not good again.
Oh my god, we're almost over this case, I hope, please.
I feel like we're getting there. Because my butt really hurts.
And I gotta pee again.
If you can go ahead, I mean...
I'm like so anxious though, I wanna know.
Once these frames stop dropping... Okay, here we go. Present the words. There we go. Asogi couldn't have left those Russian letters behind. Therefore, it's obvious. His fingertip is what's strange. Even though it's not what I presented, but it's a, correlation. Ah. Well, that is true. It certainly is strange. But... Sorry, I had Windows 10 message pop up. This was a forgery made to a tamp of the scene, after all. It wouldn't be considered unnatural. Oh. I'm sorry to burst your bubble.
Is that so?
Try to imagine the scene. The victim suddenly tripped and fell over. At that moment, an unnatural element regarding the victim's fallen body reveals itself. That is what I believe, and so too should you.
That's Mr. Holmes for you. Softly but surely pressing onward.
So we got that wrong?
What?
I mean, okay, what's weird... It wasn't... Okay, the game didn't penalize us. Wait, they said on his body? Hold on, Sogi's life ended unfortunately due to an accidental fall. The supposed unnatural element lies within his photo.
Hold on, let me go back to the backlog and see what they said again. The victim suddenly tripped and fell over. At this moment, an unnatural element regarding the victim's fallen body reveals itself. This is what I believe, and so too should you. accidental fall.
Now, wait a minute. Apparently we're close. I mean...
Did he say... Well, he mentioned his fingertips, did he?
Yeah, what's weird is, like, I presented, like, right in the middle of the wording, and it mentioned his fingertips writing. So... Oof. At the same time, did he mention something about his body? Hold on. Let me read this again. At this moment, an unnatural element regarding the victim's fallen body reveals itself. Imagine seeing the victim suddenly tripped and fell over.
Is it just his body in general?
You know, what I'm wondering is what is he wearing right here? Like, on the left, like... Does that matter?
What do you see?
Like, what is he wearing on the left? What is that?
On his arm?
No, like on his back.
Oh. What is that? It's like a star? That's not on the back of their uniform.
A star? Like, why does it look like... I thought it looks like a bag or something. Or wait a minute. Oh no, that's his bandana.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about?
Sorry, I got so confused. I was thinking too much into that one, but yeah, oof. But he keeps talking about his body. What's unnatural about his body besides what you mentioned?
He should be, like, if... I feel like he'd be on his back. If he hit his head, well, then again, he could have fell anyway, any type of way. But I don't know, it just...
Is that his hand is fisted on the left?
Maybe?
Does that matter?
What should we click on then?
I don't know. I'm getting worried that it's obviously something obvious. Huh. Well, so you guys are seeing what we do in recordings, and there are times that we straight up have to cut out footage because we go on for a while. Like we discuss. You know, that's what I like about this. We try figuring it out, and it's like, huh. Yeah, I don't know. Like,
I'm gonna click on his back.
Okay.
Oh, the music's still going.
It is true that we have multiple tries here, so that's fine. But then I'm afraid I'm gonna guess wrong 4 times. We
No,
could.
that wasn't it.
It wasn't like so. When you clicked on his back.
Yeah, that wasn't it.
So for the hell, I'm gonna click on his fist. I don't think that matters, but.
I don't think it's the fist.
Wait a minute. How did yours start?
Hold on, let me look at the backlog.
I think I may have gotten it.
Wait, on the fist? The closed fist?
I clicked the closed fist.
Oh, damn it. Okay, yeah, sorry, fast forward, blah, 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 blah. I got 2 things left.
Because, like, mine start if he had fallen forward as a result of an unfortunate accident.
Okay, there we go.
Got it? Okay.
Yeah.
But why did I pick the fist? Because
It'll explain it to us.
Yeah, I don't know, just, it's like, I had a weird feeling about it. If he had fallen forward as a result of an unfortunate accident, then his fist feels jarringly out of place.
Oh, duh.
Now, okay, I get that. At the same time, it's like, we don't... Okay, that's a good one. I like that. My thoughts exactly. Well, usually, if one were to fall, the hands would naturally be open. Despite that, the victim's left hand was collapsed firmly in a fist. Yes, almost as if he was holding something inside that fist.
What?
And so you see, I went ahead and investigated the contents of the victim's fist earlier.
Why didn't you...
Damn it, Sherlock! Huh? Now, what do you suppose came out, ladies and gentlemen?
Cat poop.
Let us see. Please, let us see.
Yes, yes, of course. I'll let you see all you wish. I freaking knew it. I knew something was up with her earrings.
Yep.
Oh, that feels so good. I'm dropping frames again.
Dang it.
Oh, man, that feels so good.
Yes. Oh my god. You're like, what's up with her ear? I didn't even. Like, I noticed afterwards, and I'm like, okay, that's gonna be later. But I didn't know how.
That's the thing. It's like, okay, I was like, at that instant, it wasn't important, but it's like, keep it in mind. Why does one of them look huge and one of them looks like just a stud?
Mm-hmm.
It was
Snap.
this. It was this right here.
Reminds me of Athena.
What? Oh, you're right.
I'm not gonna say what for, but you know. Ha.
Yeah.
Might this be a crescent moon adorned with a diamond?
Indeed, this does seem like the world's most beautiful crescent moon.
What of it?
I wonder what this could mean. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. You have! That's the definition of observation, Master Naruhodo. Huh? The truth will soon be clear to all. That crescent moon in his grasp must have come from somewhere. Now, Master Naruhodo, it's finally time for the last clue. Just what in the world is Carmen Sandiego will this crescent moon reveal to us?
I
What?
know her. We're very good friends.
She's hot. Observe with your own eyes, your own two eyes. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think when I was a kid, that was a crush of mine. I don't know. Didn't they make a new cartoon?
They did.
But isn't she like a good person now or something?
Supposedly, I don't know. I haven't seen the show yet.
Ah.
Oh, no. There we go.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Do you want to examine or present first?
Well, we can present or examine. Excuse me, but does it matter which one? The right or I guess the right ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, did you present or examine?
Examined it.
Oh, get it.
Her dainty ears resembling pink seashells are peeping out of her beautiful hair.
Oh, what's that? There's something attached to her ears.
Ah, that's most likely a metal fitting of her earring.
An earring, huh? It's incredibly tiny.
It's likely that the decoration has broken off. Right now, all that's left is just the metal attachment.
It seems that Nikomina has yet to realize that the decoration is broken off. Now hold on a minute. It's asking where did I see the crescent moon. I don't think it's the right ear. I think we actually gotta show the crescent moon on her left ear.
Well, how can we see it?
You can examine the
Oh.
left ear. Yeah.
Oh, examine.
Her dainty ears resembling. Oh, we just said that.
Blah 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 blah. Hmm? There seems to be something hanging down from her ear.
It appears to be an earring. Oh my! It looks like a crescent moon.
Ah! There's no doubt about it. So, okay, now this is me overthinking. I want to present the right ear because that's where it's missing, but it's asking where did I see a crescent moon.
Then I'd say the left ear.
So yeah, I'm going for left.
There we go.
Nikomina? I can see a crescent moon hanging from your ear. Oh!
What?
But your other ear. It is lacking the same crescent moon. It looks like the delicate decoration was broken off. And furthermore, the crescent moon was discovered in the victim's hand. The truth that I gather from these facts can lead only to one conclusion. Don't you agree, Master Naruhodo? Yes. Nikomina, Asogi had ripped this crescent moon from your ear. Ouch. It's very likely that happened just before he fell onto the ground. So in other words, last night, in the instant Asogi had fallen over, you were standing right in front of him. You must know what I mean. The earring was in reaching distance of his extended hand. Then why? Why had Asogi done something like that? He plucked the earring off your ear, and even though he was dead, he kept clinging onto it.
Oh. Princess.
This time, you'll have to face the music. Nobody can protect you. Please answer me, Nikomina. Last night, just what did you do to Asogi?
Oh, niet? Is that what it said?
I think so. I could be
I
wrong.
couldn't see it. So this had no court case. Oh.
Thinking now, too many things happened yesterday. Ran from Shanghai, rowed boat looking for a big steamship at night. And then, after such a wild day, I sit and rest in my cabin. No, wait! When Kitty ran into air duct, I turned pale. I whistle and call for Kitty. I tried to bring it back with toys. But Kitty just would not come back.
What are you doing such a late hour, detective?
Do you want me to talk for Asogi?
Yeah.
Do pardon my manners, my lady. I was certain that an acquaintance of mine had come from a visit.
Asian exchange student was polite, understanding too. He helped look for Blackie and promised to keep secret. But as I grabbed Blackie and tried to leave cabin,
Excuse me, my lady. Please, wait a moment.
what?
I can't help but feel as if I've seen your face somewhere before.
Huh?
Right. You're the Russian ballerina. Miss Borchevich, am I mistaken?
What? No, I am not knowing that person. My heart freezed in terror. I know that this was dangerous discovery. Why did Asian exchange student recognize Russian ballerina?
I was struck by the beauty of that public ballet performance I'd seen in Japan. Oh crap, hold on really quick, guys.
Frames again?
Yeah.
Ah.
This really, like, well, besides the frames, though, I'm talking about, like, the game right now. Damn!
This
Like-
really sucks.
It doesn't seem, I don't think there's any ill intent that happened. I really do think it was all an accident,
Accident.
but that
He
makes
just
it
got scared.
That makes it so much worse.
Yep. Could have been avoided.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
However, tell me, why might you be on the ship? As I recall, shouldn't you be heading to Shanghai right now?
I know I could not trick him. Had to make friends with him so he would stay quiet. No other option.
I see. You've defected.
Please, do not tell anyone about Nico.
If that's the case, then please wait for a moment. There's someone who I wish to discuss this with.
Oh.
He's going to ring bell and tell ship's captain. Exchange student not sympathetic after all.
No, he was going to get
Gonna call
us.
Yep.
No.
That one instant felt so long. All this happened at once. Wait! Could not help but yell to him. Kitty jumped out of my arms and ran to exchange student's feet. And then, when he turned to look back,
God.
I pushed him away as hard as I could. After that, I am remembering nothing. I pushed him. Still not sure. I just wanted to stop him. I wanted to stop him from telling anyone.
Oh my god.
I don't. I'm trying not to talk right now.
God, this sucks.
Wow. And it was then that you decided to call for help. Specifically, help from Mr. Stroganov, the man guard in the hallway.
Oh, I heard a scream and a loud noise, so I rushed to see. In front of cabin, Princess was shaking. She said,
Petrov, help! If I am caught, there is no place left to run.
And so you tampered with the crime scene in Asogi's cabin? All to divert any suspicion away from the passenger in the cabin next door?
yes, he's correct. I checked both corpses and whole cabin to be sure. Then I found him. Stowaway was sleeping like baby inside wardrobe.
That would be me.
At that point, you must have schemed to have the entire crime pinned on that stowaway. Is that correct?
I closed wardrobe and stuck strange seal back on door.
Thanks to that, it became Sasato's chance to unload her doubts on me.
I moved corpse and wrote words using ink spilled on the floor. Wardrobe. Culprit hiding inside wardrobe.
On a related note, which one of you cleaned up the broken glass?
I did. I picked up glass shards.
Oh, did you?
But the room was so dark. Only found half.
After this, I returned Princess to cabin and add final touches.
So you pushed the alarm button along the corridor?
That is correct.
Thus, the SS Leclerc resorted to an emergency stop close to 2 hours past midnight. The door latched shut, thereby completing the creation of our locked room. Excuse me, Nikomina. Could I have a word with you?
Yes.
Last night, when you explained your defection to Asogi, he looked as if he was going to notify the captain. Therefore, you pushed him. You said that yourself, right?
Yes, right.
But, hypothetically speaking, even if he rang the bell to call the captain, every single sailor on the ship is an ally of yours, right? What reason would you have to worry?
The first thing that exchange student had said to me struck me with fear.
The first thing he said? What are you doing at such a late hour, detective?
Oh. I think you're talking about Hosonaga.
Do pardon my manners, my lady. Milady? I was certain from an acquaintance of mine had come. Oh, because all of a sudden acquaintance, and he said I gotta talk to an acquaintance. She was thinking of a detective. She got freaked out.
Detective. Acquaintance.
Oh, that means Sir Soga's referring to me, responsible as his bodyguard. Oh, I thought he was actually gonna wake up Naruhodo, but still, him turning, yeah.
If he tells this detective, I know I'd be arrested. So, before he could ring bell... Before you continue, Nikomina. I cannot help but be bothered by something. Are you sure that Kazuma really planned to ring the bell? Huh? Naruhodo, what are your thoughts?
I'm not him, so I can't say for certain, but... At the very least, I do know one thing. Asogi isn't the kind of person to call for extra brawn out of nowhere.
But he really walked towards the bell. He wanted to ring it. To deport me. To Russia.
Well, Master Naruhodo, it appears we are in need of one last reasoning session. Huh? Reasoning, you say? Oh, oops. Sorry, guys. Frame drops again.
Okay, I gotta pee.
I'm sorry. You take your thing. You take your time.
Okay.
Oh, and my microphone fell. My thoughts. She must die. That'll be terrible. I mean, the dear Lord of this case. Well, it looks like I was right. That the whole entire case was nothing but investigation, which is pretty cool. I mean, wouldn't that be something that actually becomes a court case, though? But, I mean, I don't think it's ever happened in a mainline Ace Attorney game where everything was just an investigation. I mean, there are times where it was just a trial, but at least there was always an investigation and a trial. Or anytime there was an investigation, there was a trial, I should say. So, this is pretty cool. I'm thoroughly surprised about this case, but it's also gut-wrenching because it's all just a huge misunderstanding. I do hope that nothing... I mean, not... It kind of raises an ethical and moral dilemma here because what happens to Nikomina? You know, it's not like she wanted to kill him. I highly doubt it was her case. Like, she says she pushed him, but I don't think it was for the fact of wanting to kill her or kill him. It's just a sad situation all around. God. It's bothersome, really. But whew. So Shutakami said that with this game he wanted to try to make new ways to structure cases, which I like. You know, her, yeah, it just she panicked, you know? Like, it sucks. I don't want anything to happen to her, per se. Okay. But there's still reprimands that need to be met, you know? Oh.
Okay. Hi.
Well, welcome back.
Thanks.
What did the victim actually try to do in that moment? Maybe I was right. Maybe he was actually trying to get us.
Yeah?
Just what could have laid before his eyes? What about we take a look for ourselves? Now, I trust you remember where the victim is located in the cabin, yes? Yes, I can clearly recall anything about that cabin. Even if I was crammed within that wardrobe, I still spent practically my entire voyage in that cabin.
Then this must be what Kazuma saw last night.
Yes, there's no doubt about it. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I trust you are ready then, Master Naruhodo? Yes! Today I learned something really important. Within one's line of sight, there exists a truth that you may not even realize. And in order to bring that truth to light, I can't overlook anything that lies within that line of sight, no matter how slight. When Asogi turned his back to Nikomina, this is what lay in his line of sight. I mean, you got, like, the bed, you got the call bell, but also what I initially was thinking,
The wardrobe.
the wardrobe.
You want to examine or present?
Let's examine first. The cabin's wardrobe. When the incident had occurred, I had been sleeping within it. If I hadn't eaten that chicken waste of the sleeping drugs, if you could have woken me up, that incident may have never occurred. I think that's what he was gonna do, so... Present. Considering the circumstances last night... Sorry, the music's not helping me either.
I know, I'm like, crap.
I know I'm gonna burst out crying eventually when I'm playing this. I can feel it already. If I'm kind of tearing up now...
Oh, God.
Oh, okay. It's true that it would have appeared as if Asogi was about to ring the call bell. Indubitably. However, besides that call bell was a wardrobe.
Wardrobe.
And within that wardrobe was his friend, sleeping ever so soundly.
Nikomina, please remember. The victim Kazuma, what did he say at that moment?
If that's the case, please wait for a moment. There's someone who I wish to discuss this with.
Discuss?
He had no intention of calling the crew. He simply wanted to wake up his good friend and discuss how they could help you. Is there anything we can do? Probably something like that.
No. Of course. As it stands now, it is impossible to know the full truth. But as for what lay within Kazuma's line of sight, you should have made sure of what that was.
Nikomina. Thank you for telling us the truth in the end. However, the fact that you took away his life will never disappear. Please, don't ever forget that.
I am sorry. Truly. Very sorry.
I'm not gonna cry. Thus, the curtains lowered quietly
Oh.
on the incident involving the SS Eclair. Damn this music.
I know. God, so good.
So what will happen to Nikomina? She's been turned over to the British Empire Scotland Yard. Will she be granted asylum? Won't Russia demand that she be handed over to them? A great British detective plans to negotiate with the immigration office on that matter. Wait, Mr. Holmes? Then, will she never be able to return to Russia? I would assume so. Even if she wishes to in the future, she will not ever be able to return to her homeland. That is what it means to defect. I see.
I'm very sorry.
Stroganoff.
Only wanted to help the princess. But you lose best friend. I did not think of your feelings. Vincent and I will turn ourselves over to Scotland Yard.
I see. In any case, thank you for returning my freedom. No matter how much I mourn Asogi, the pain will never go away. But good luck with Nikomina.
Thank you.
So were you also thinking that maybe Stroganoff was like her brother or father or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Now then, it would be best to prepare for disembarkment soon, dear lord. This ship will arrive in Hong Kong tomorrow. I am deeply sorry, but on top of returning you over to Consul, you will be repatriated to the home country.
Repatriated?
Repatriate, that's probably right. I understand. I was a stowaway after all. That wasn't going to be overlooked. With that said, shall we return to the cabin? My exchange program to Britain, too, has ended before it even began. The two of us laughed so much as we made plans to wreak havoc in London. Now it just feels like... it feels like a far-off memory. I can hear someone sobbing. It's definitely not me.
It's Susato.
Oh. Susato.
Oh. Oh my. How long have you been there?
I just got here. Detective Osanaga just told me to start preparing to disembark the ship.
Oh! Look at her
Oh,
eyes.
no, I don't want to. I'm gonna cry.
I'm still finding this whole matter quite unbelievable. To think someone's life can end so quickly, so prematurely.
Susato.
Kazuma set out on this grand journey whilst holding on to a great dream. And then someone showed up and heartlessly cut that dream apart into pieces. I will never let them get away with this. At least, that was what I thought. Instead, the truth of the matter was just an unfortunate collection of consecutive little accidents. It is too much. Just too much fleeting.
It really is. I'm gonna assume this is Holmes. I'm afraid I cannot offer any words of apology for that matter.
Oh no, Hosonaga.
Hosonaga.
Detective,
My duty was to ensure that Asogi made his voyage to the British Empire safely. Not only was I unable to accomplish that, but I also made his friends suffer. I, Hosonaga, will do anything that you ask as a means of apology. Detective Hosonaga, I don't want to pin the blame on you. But as you can see, I'm finally free at last. Huh?
Huh?
Damn it, Holmes, this is not the time. You laughing all stupid. Did I surprise you that, Master Naruto? What on earth are you doing? Oh, it's nothing, really. It's just that, you see, those handcuffs have been fully burned into my memory. If they were to go away, it would tip the balance. I find it difficult to look at you again. Huh? As commemoration, I'd leave them hanging from your wrists. You are a stowaway, after all. Just how mean can he be?
Oh
like-
my god.
Like, that is like the epitome of ruining the moment.
Yeah, like dude. Oh, sorry. God.
You're good.
I just the thing is, I forget that we are both recording this or streaming it, and so I keep thinking I'm watching your Let's Play, watching them for the past 2 days.
It's
I
a
just
weird.
watched
Wait, what was it? You just watched what?
the stream of Angry Video Game Nerd 2, the assimilation.
Oh my god, that was fun.
Yeah, I can't find the first game though you played.
Yeah, unfortunately that didn't save. So
Ah!
like that one and like 1001 Spikes, there are a couple of streams I just never saved because like what Twitch did eventually.
Uh-huh.
So
I couldn't find it. I was like, no.
I know. It took me forever to beat Fred Fucks.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
sorry.
There you go.
Mr. Holmes? I would like to thank you for everything you've done on this voyage. Please accept my humble gratitude from the bottom of my heart.
No, I feel the same way. I apologize for my late manners. What happened to your friend was truly a pity. I express my sincerest condolences. I pray that you study enough in Britain for his part as well. Unfortunately, that will not be happening. You will be disembarking at the next port, Hong Kong. We will then report to the consul on site and make our way back to Japan. Huh? Wait, please! Wasn't it just supposed to be me, the stowaway, who was supposed to go back? There is an agreement between both countries over who the exchange students would be. Together, one attorney and one legal assistant. Together... Now that the lawyer, Asogi, has passed away, the exchange program has to be suspended. There's no other choice. It doesn't matter what happens to me. But Sasato shouldn't be involved. Oh, come now, the solution is simple. In other words, as long as there's another attorney, your journey can continue.
But there isn't anyone else who can fulfill the qualifications of the...
Qualifications? That don't make me laugh. Your country's qualifications held no weight whatsoever in the British Empire anyway.
Then...
Come what may, there's still 1 month left until the ship reaches London. During that time, I do not think it would be impossible to find a substitute attorney.
Oh, shoot.
I see.
Hey, Sato?
Yes? What is it?
Could I possibly fill that role?
What?
But you're not an attorney! Oh, could you possibly be a law student? No, not exactly. If that's the case, then that possibility is no more than a dead end. However, there's still 1 month left before we reach London. Isn't that right, Master Naruhodo? I'll study everything that I need to become an attorney throughout that entire month. Who cares about law school?
Right?
Naruhodo.
Ridiculous. Just what can you do in only 40 days? I won't know until I try. 40 days. I'll study as if my life depends on it. So please, give me a chance. If you can't acknowledge me as an attorney by the time we reach London, I'll accept whatever punishment there is. Why would you do something so reckless? Asogi once told me there was something he absolutely had to do in the British Empire, and to that end he would be willing to make whatever sacrifices were necessary. I don't want his wish to die in a place like this. And of course, I'm doing this for myself as well. I will become an attorney. I swear it. What do you think, Susato?
Oh,
Oh.
I think it's a wonderful idea.
Susato. Your thoughts, Four-Eye Detective? I'm what? One attorney and one legal assistant. The numbers are a proper match, no? No. That's just my God.
Codswallop.
Plain Codswallop. I got mixed up in the word plain. Plain Codswallop. I think it's just fine. It seems like it'd be fun. Fun? It's more potentially fun than, for example, duty or rules. And that's all there is to it. The only one thinking that's all there is to it is you. And furthermore, what's crucial isn't someone's qualifications, but rather their character, wouldn't you say? Even you have seen it with your own eyes. Today, from the moment he woke up, to even this very instant, faced with the pain of the friend's death, along with being suspected as a murderer, you witnessed the accomplishments he made whilst carrying the weight of that burden. I understand. I'll make sure our country's government understands the situation. Detective Hosonaga. Well, come to think of it, I did promise you just this earlier.
Oh yeah.
I promised that I would do anything you asked as a means of apology.
Thank you so much, Detective Hosonaga.
Now then, I must make my way to the captain's quarters. I must report to our country about this matter and discuss our next course of actions.
Bye. Do you truly intend to begin studying law from here on?
Yes, and if it's okay with you, could you possibly teach me everything about being an attorney?
Of course, I'd be happy to lend a hand. I'm a legal assistant after all.
Thank you so much.
Now, following that, Naruhodo. If it would please you, I would like you to accept this.
What? Are you sure I should have this?
I'm sure Kazuma would wish for this as well. It is a famed blade that has been passed down through the Asogi family for generations. And I'm told its name is Karma.
Okay, I'll gladly accept this. So, once again, I look forward to working with you, Susato.
I'll be looking forward to working with you as well. I will not allow you even a single moment's rest throughout the next 40 days.
Oh! I love her.
Oh my god.
So effing cute.
I shall follow you thoroughly with you thoroughly. Oh, I shall follow you through with you thoroughly. Words.
Of course! I wouldn't have it any other way.
The truth is, I have one more request to ask of you.
Huh? Oh yeah, what might that be?
Please, toss me 3 times.
Gonna keep my mouth shut. Huh?
During the investigation, it was always clear that you would never do anything to hurt your dear friend Kazuma. That is undeniable. And I knew that from the very beginning. Despite that, however, I came to suspect you. No matter how shaken up I may have been, it was an awful thing to do.
No. It was completely understandable in the situation. The room was locked from the inside and I was a stowaway.
No, I do not want to hear any excuses. The reason does not matter. Tossing you at all was terrible, and not just once, but 5 times.
Pretty sure she didn't do it that much.
So, come on, do it. Toss me right over with no hesitation.
No. I've never even tossed anyone before in the first place. Yes, well, it is indeed not something that just anyone could do.
Mr. Holmes.
I've seen it countless times already, but I still can't get enough of that wonderful toss. And just where was he watching that from?
That's my question.
Listen, I caught his ass clinging onto the wall. He could have been in the ceiling, I wouldn't even know. I suppose that would be an example of your so-called Japanese martial arts.
Yes. It is a technique passed down from long ago, but with my own unique style.
It's apparently called the Susato Toss. If you ever get tossed, you'll be seeing stars. Oh, that is quite intriguing. You see, I happen to be quite the skilled boxer. Why is he dancing now? If you'd be so kind, could you teach me that wonderful toss of yours?
It would be my honor.
Why don't you try tossing something now, then? It would be a good place to start my studies.
Please toss Holmes.
That's what's gonna happen. No, it's probably me. She's on a toss.
I would be glad to.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Now then, Naruhodo, do excuse me.
Huh?
Toe! And that is how it's done. The whole toss has to come from your gut.
Amazing! So this is a legendary technique, the Susato Toss.
No, this would be the deadly Susato drop.
What? Does like a rock bottom, people's elbow on us. Within my fading consciousness, the scene from that night flashed by my head for an instant. Karma? Yes. This is the. Oh, actually, go ahead and talk for him.
Yes, this is the great katana passed down through the Asogi family for generations.
I'm still surprised that the government was okay with it. Bringing a Japanese sword into the British Empire on an exchange program is a little...
The katana lies at the heart of our culture. I can't allow this to leave my side. No matter what, it'll always be here, guiding me forward. That's what I believe.
One great strike to end all evil. that kind of attitude really suits you.
Yeah, that sounds about right. There is something I absolutely have to do no matter what. And to that end, I will make whatever sacrifices are necessary. And I would be grateful if you would see that through with me.
Of course, I swear it. I'll see this through with you to the end.
I knew you would say that.
What Asogi said that moment about what he had to do, I still don't fully understand what that goal might be. But I'll seek it out with my own eyes. In the British Empire's capital, London. And ladies and gentlemen, that has been the end of Case 2.
With no trial.
With no trial, which still
Holy
surprises me, but something else, like, I felt like that's what was going to happen. Ooh.
Oh.
The Adventure of the Runaway Room.
Okay.
Well, that'll have to be sometime because I don't know when we're going to play again just yet. But,
Yeah.
oh my god, that case.
That took me
That-
out
that-
too many feels.
That,
Too
like,
early.
that's what worries me now. Like, it's like, what else are you going to throw at me, game?
Oh, God.
Oh, like I mentioned this before, but like so many ethical and moral dilemmas that this game already kind of
Throws at you.
throws at me already, because it's like you don't really want to see Nikomina be punished per se, but you can also tell that Naruhodo and also Susato, they're really mourning.
Yeah.
Because it's like, look at his parting words with her. He's like, don't ever forget, that you took his life.
Yeah.
And it's like, oof.
That was by mean accident, because you know how good of a person Asogi is. And then the fact that she doesn't trust him because one, she's already scared. And two, she's like, I can't imagine what she's been through in Russia. And she doesn't want to go back.
Right.
So all that fear and doubt just crammed her mind. And she's like, no.
Man.
Yeah, it was good.
All I know is I think we're gonna really. I mean, I already love this game, and I can't imagine what else they're gonna throw at us. But
Oh,
it's gonna be something.